What's up YouTube, Dan here and welcome to episode 37, and as you can see on screen, it's going to be the end of season player awards, so this is season 2, and in the comment section I'm definitely going to be doing one more season, but you can tell me if I'm going to do maybe 2 seasons. It depends on how well I do next season, but let's move on to the player awards. So coming up we do have best signing, which is basically the best signing I've made this season obviously, then worst signing as well. Then we do have player of the season, which has probably been my favourite player of the season and the player that's most stood out and had the best season. So that could be both attackive and defensively. So flop of the season is going to go to the player that hasn't had the best of seasons. Most consistent is obviously going to be the player who's shown up to the big occasions and done the job really in any position. And then best young player is going to be obviously the young player who's had a really good season. So let's move on to best signing. So at the start of season 2 I made a couple of signings, and obviously the best signing this year has been Marco Reus. Got to be. He's scored around 30 goals this season, and I actually traded ter Stegen, who played for me last season, probably the worst flop of the season last year, and I sold him for 500,000 plus ter Stegen in return for Marco Reus, and he's been fantastic. So tell me in the comment section if you agree with me, and certainly Marco Reus is going to win best signing of the season. So moving on to worst signing now, and you may not agree with me, but it has to be Mesut Ozil. So after I sold Balotelli to Barcelona for 50 or 60 million, I needed a new star player, a player that stood out, and I went for Mesut Ozil, just thinking that his potential, which is actually 91, I thought I would get to it by the end of this season, but he's still in 88, hasn't had the best of the season, is quite a creative player, and I do like to have a pacey team, and he doesn't really keep up with the play, not in the best positions all the time. So worst signing has to go to Mesut Ozil, and I'm probably going to sell him in my next season, and that will, by the way, be the next episode. So again, tell me in the comment section, who do you think should be worst signing, but in my eyes it has to go to Mesut Ozil. So the next award goes to player of the season. So this is the toughest award to give, and in the end I went for Ogbonna. So last season I did concede around 60 goals, and I needed a new defender, because last season I was stuck with Varane and Kutzuma, so I needed a new defender, and I went for Ogbonna. He was a brick wall in defence this year, and we kept our goal difference, or the goals we've conceded, to around about the 30 goal mark, which is what I need to win the Serie A title this year, and that's exactly what I did. So it was a really tough award, because I do have players like Royce, or maybe even Pogba, who's had a really good season, but in the end I went for player of the season is going to be Ogbonna. So moving on to the 5th award now, it's going to go to flop of the season, and it's going to be Marco Verratti. So he started the year as like a 79 rated, only gone up to an 81 rated player, and that just isn't good enough, and he does go on to a potential of around 87, 88, but the thing I'm going to do with him this year is probably going to sell him and try and bring in a new centre mid, maybe Witsel or Wilshere, but you're going to see in the next episode who I bring in. But flop of the season go to Verratti. So the next award goes to most consistent player of the season, and it goes to Paul Pogba. So my first season I bought him from Juventus for around 10 million, and this season he's had a fantastic season. So most consistent player obviously means that they've had a really good season and they've consistently performed really well, and the award for most consistent actually goes to Paul Pogba. So well deserved there. Tell me in the comment section again, who do you think should have won it, but in my opinion I think it has to be Paul Pogba. So moving on to our last award of this player awards, and the best youngster of the season actually goes to Gabbiadini. I couldn't find a picture of him because I couldn't find him on Ultimate Team. I believe he isn't actually on Ultimate Team, but he's currently 22 years old. He started the season, or when I got him in January, as a 79 rated, and he's gone up to an 82 and scored some vital goals for us, and he's one of the contributions to winning the league this season. So if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, please subscribe for more AC Milan career mode and my new Ultimate Team series starting soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.